Hello and welcome to the Essex Boys Murder Case Part 13. Before watching this video, I recommend you start watching Part 4 onwards, as these videos are all about the key individuals and the murder victims' movements on the day of the 6th of December 1995. Before we start, I'd just like to mention the Facebook page called The Real Essex Boys Murder Club, which is in capital letters. So if you're interested, please feel free to join, as there's some great people on there with a lot of knowledge on this subject. So from the last video, Pat Tate turned up at Sarah Saunders' mum's address in Kingswood, Basildon. They had an argument. Tony Tucker and Craig Rolfe dragged him out of the house. He got the keys for the Volkswagen Golf. He got it started and he drove the car back to his bungalow on Gordon Road. And he would have arrived back there at about 3:30 p.m. So according to Donna Jaggers, she said she finished work at 3 p.m. and went home at her and Craig's address at Culture Avenue, Chafford Grays. She says, Craig phoned me at work in the afternoon and told me Mick Steele contacted Pat Tate and said he wanted to meet with him and Tony Tucker. Okay people, so this could be the calls to Pat Tate's home answering machine and the calls from the Sorrel pub to Tony Tucker and the phone box on Timberlog Lane, which is close to Pat Tate's bungalow. I would just like to mention that this call from Craig Rolfe to Donna Jaggers' workplace that day is not on the phone logs evidence. In fact, I checked Craig Rolfe's phone logs and I could only find his phone was used on the 7th of December 1995 at 12:04 p.m. to Craig Rolfe's landline. This call was made after the bodies was found. Surely the CPS would have put this call on the phone logs as evidence to back up the statement given by Donna Jaggers, or did it not exist? So just carrying on from her statement, Donna Jaggers says Craig said they were going to look somewhere to land a light aircraft. So, from the incident at Sarah Saunders' mum's address in Kingswood, Tony Tucker and Craig Rolfe left, and there's not much to go on where these two went next, but Craig Rolfe must have dropped Tony Tucker off at his home in Fobbing before 4 p.m, as Craig Rolfe was seen on his own at 4:30 p.m. opposite the Grace police station by an officer in an unmarked police car. So as you can see, the red marker is Kingswood and the grey marker is Tony Tucker's residence, Brynmont Lodge in Fobbing, which took approximately 6 to 8 minutes. So this is about 3:20 p.m. So the red marker here is Tony Tucker's place, and Craig Rolfe sets off back towards Culture Avenue, and on his journey he picks up his daughter along the way, as according to Donna Jaggers' statement. She says, I left work at 3 p.m. that day and went home. The meal at Romford was booked for 8 p.m. I was busy wrapping Christmas presents when Craig returned home with our daughter. We were at home together for about an hour and a half. And I'll just show you the journey he would have taken. And Chafford 100 is down here, where he would have arrived eventually. So Craig Rolfe drops off Tony Tucker at Brynmont Lodge at about 3:20 p.m. He then picks up his daughter up along the way back towards his address. The journey would have taken him roughly about 15 minutes from Tony Tucker's to Colshire Avenue, so I'm going to put, say, an extra 10 minutes to fit in the place where he picked up his daughter. So he would have arrived back home at approximately 3:45 p.m, but this is just an estimation. For whatever reason, Donna Jaggers never says in her statement that Craig Rolfe went out again that afternoon. Although she says they were together at the house for about an hour and a half, which, if you believe her statement, would take up to 5:15 p.m. Donna Jaggers then goes on to say that Craig Rolfe drove her to the Lakeside shopping complex at 5:45 p.m. So it is possible that he went out whilst he was at Colshire Avenue that afternoon. So the red marker is Craig Rolfe's house on Colshire Avenue, and the grey marker near the bottom is the Grays police station, which is a, say, 6 to 8 minute journey. We don't know what he was doing near the police station on Brook Road, but according to PC Philip Pullinger, he was seen and stopped in the Range Rover. What I will do now is read the statement from PC Pullinger. At about 4:30 p.m. on the 6th of December 1995, I was on duty in plain clothes in company with DC 2051 Williams in an unmarked police vehicle. At this time, I left Grays Police Station and drove into Brook Road. As I did, I saw the 4x4 F424 MPE. I was aware that Craig Rolfe was the user of this vehicle. The 4x4 stopped on Brook Road. This is adjacent to the police station. I spoke to him and reminded him for a future appointment to obtain a statement from Miss Jaggers. I left and saw Craig Rolfe walking away from the vehicle. So people, from this information, we don't know what Craig Rolfe was doing at that time in the afternoon on Brook Road near Grays Police Station. We know he was at Colshire Avenue at around 5:15 to 5:30 p.m, as according to Donna Jaggers' statement. She says, Craig took me to the Lakeside shopping centre at 5:45 p.m. So I'm thinking the statement there talking about is the one the police wanted from Donna Jaggers about the murder of Kevin Whittaker. I can't find any evidence of her doing a statement to the police involving her and her common-law husband Craig Rolfe with the death of Kevin Whittaker. I don't want to go into too much detail of Kevin Whittaker's murder in this video, as I want to concentrate on the key individuals and the fringe players on the day of the murders. But from what I've come across in the research, it's known Kevin Whittaker did drug dealing for a Danny Woolard in the past. Now, Danny Woolard on a YouTube video says Pat Tate crossed him once over a drugs deal and he got his jaw broken in the Epping Forest Country Club. Also, in research I've done, it is known Kevin Whittaker did drug dealings with a firm from Romford, and it was these drugs Craig Rolfe ripped off and there was retribution for. After the murders, a neighbour of Donna Jaggers says she saw a man harassing her for £60,000. So that is it for now, people. I'm going to give you a quick catch-up of where all the key individuals are. Sarah Saunders is at her mum's address at 3:30 p.m. Nipper Ellis is at his address in Swanage, Dorset at 4 to 4:30 p.m. Darren Nichols is at his address in Braintree at 5 or 6 p.m. Mick Steele and Jack Williams are at the Sorrel Horse pub in Ipswich at 3 p.m. The grey Fiat Uno Turbo from Billy Jasper we'll be using later, has been dropped off at the Peacock's gym. Pat Tate is at his bungalow on Gordon Road, having taken the car off Sarah Saunders, and that time is roughly about 3:30 p.m. Tony Tucker is at his home address in Fobbing at the same time. Craig Rolfe, having returned on his journey near the Grays police station, is back at his address on Colshire Avenue up to about 5:15 p.m. So that's it, people. Thanks to all the YouTube subscribers, and hope you've enjoyed the content, and it shouldn't be too long before I get to the next video up. If you want to join the Facebook group, it's called the Real Essex Boys Murder Club, which is in capital letters. A quick thank you to Amy and Danielle, who do a great job in the admins, and Andrew, the moderator too. Thanks to all the group members for all your content. It's much appreciated. Keep it coming. Catch you all soon, and take care.